In part 3 of the lab, we are trying to compare coarse solids and finely ground solids and see which one of those dissolve faster. We're not trying to record very accurately the time or make any kind of calculations here. We just want to see what's faster and what's slower. Now, to do the experiment carefully, you have to, of course, have controlled variables, as you know in any scientific experiment. The same temperature water, the same mixing speed, the same everything, okay? The only thing we're trying to vary here is the amount, the fineness of the powder. Let me show you how this works. There's a motor in here with a magnet, and then we have these Teflon coated magnets, which we call stir bars or stirring bars normally. And if I turn this on, the magnet in there moves around in concert with the motor that's underneath the surface of this to stir the solution, okay? So what I'm going to do is make a new video, and it's going to be starting right at the time that I have two things mixing. I'm going to both have 50 milliliters of liquid into two identical flasks with stirring bars, and I'm going to be adding these two solids here, which I believe you can see in the video. One of these is very finely ground. It's 0.87 grams. And this guy here is, of course, very coarse. It's, you know, one single chunk. Now, because copper sulfate has a copper +2 transition metal in there, it makes for an easy indicator if something is fully dissolved. I'm going to set the camera up to the side and show side by side these two stirring. And you want to look to see if all the solid has dissolved. You want to see if the solution has reached its greatest amount of color, okay, deep blue color. And so, you know, the start of the video will be 0. You could fast forward through this or whatever to see when these substances finally become dissolved. One should be much earlier, one should be much later. That's the goal, that's the hypothesis. And you can record the time from the time of the video. So I'm not gonna use a stopwatch. Okay, does that make sense? All right, let me get this set up.